Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Ash, and welcome to my channel, Ash Knows Travel. I share trainings, warriors, and insider tips to help travel advisors build confidence and book better. In tonight's training is all about creating high-converting travel content. I'm going to show you how to write posts and attract your ideal client with engaging content that will actually turn into bookings. So if you are here live, go ahead and drop a quick hello. I want to see you in the chat. And if you're catching this on a replay, make sure you comment #replay so that I know that you stopped by. So before we get started, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And most importantly, guys, like I go live a lot, right? And I know sometimes you see my post and evolution, etc., and sometimes you don't. The best way to know when I'm going live is making sure that you turn on the bell because it will actually send you a notification every time I go live. So make sure you do that as well so you never miss it. Now, we have high converting travel content. This is going to help you guys post with a purpose. I think that's one of the issues that we have a lot of times. What is the purpose of what we're posting? I think we post because we think it's good content, but we're not getting that engagement because it's not meant to convert. It's just a post. So in that, we're going to also talk about attracting the dream clients and making sure that we get those bookings. We're going to talk about why most travel posts don't convert, the 3 types of high converting content. We're also going to talk about how to build scroll stopping content with the hook, value, etc. Tools and systems that can help save you time in this. We're also going to go over the top 10 converting travel posts. And at the end, I have a really cool gift for you. We're going to talk about the Travel Advisor Post Planner. It's a whole kit that I have set up for you. So make sure you stay to the end to learn more about that, of course. But let's get started. So why does this training matter? Well, most advisors are active online, but they're not effective. The difference between a pretty post and a profitable post is a strategy. Ooh, do you like that? The difference between a pretty post and a profitable post is a strategy. Do you guys agree with that? Visibility means nothing if it doesn't convert. You're right. Does anybody feel right now that they don't have a purpose when they're posting? Maybe that's why you're here. Let me know in the chat box. Like, I feel like, especially when you're first starting, you're just trying to get your bearings, right? So you're just posting. But it's maybe time during this training to kind of stop and look at what we're actually posting and what we want out of it. So by the end of this training, you should know exactly how to post like a pro. Even with no design background or marketing degree, it doesn't require that. I'm going to tell you exactly what to put in each post to help make sure it converts every single time. So why most travel posts don't convert? Well, there's a lot of common mistakes that advisors make. And while I'm reading them, if you have made any of them, feel free to comment them. I'm going to tell you which ones I do too. Don't worry. The first one we have is no emotional connection. You're just doing a sales post and it sells. There's no connection brought into it, so they just see deals. Selling instead of storytelling. That's a big one. If we're just putting promotions and there's no story on why we should be the travel advisor to go to, it's going to really hurt us, right? No clear call to action. On every post, there should be a call to action. Does anybody know what a call to action is? Call to action would be like, how about this? So at the end of my trainings, do you guys know how you go like comment guide, comment toolkit? That's a call to action, right? It's converting. What is it converting? Engagement. What does that engagement do? Brings more people. Exchange for your engagement, you're getting something, right? So a call to action would be DM me for more information because they're doing something after they see the post. Comment below and I'll send you an email or contact you, something like that, right? So get them to do something in return of you doing something, like request more information below by commenting travel. And then when they comment travel, you're going to send them a message. Okay, that's a call to action. Next, random posting schedule. If you do not have a schedule you're posting on, your content will never stick because you're not creating consistency. If there's no consistency, the algorithm does not know what to do with you. So you just get shown to random people. Think about it like this. How many times, if you guys go onto like just Facebook, whatever, and Instagram, probably for me, when you're doing your usual influencers, how many times when you go onto their page, you see their content immediately when you go into the page? Like there's one girl I follow, she just had a baby, and all I see is baby, 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 baby. Now I love that, don't mind it. But for me, it shows up more because I interact with them because they're consistently posting. So every time they post, I look forward to their post. Think of it like that. Poor visuals or unreadable text. Ooh, this is a big one. If they can't read it, and I mean like really be able to read it, they're going to scroll. If you put a pretty travel background and you just put some words on it and the trees are blocking the words, if it's hard for me to even remotely just glance at, we're going to scroll. So we're going to have to talk about that too. Now, there is a really good Canva training that I have that can go over it. But honestly, guys, you always need to make sure you have a background behind your text. Whether you're putting like an effect to create like a color outline of it or an actual block, it needs to have something behind it so people can see what they're reading. Okay. Now, how do we fix all of this? Okay. When we are posting, every time that post, it needs to have a purpose. Not only does it need to have a purpose, but it needs to come with emotions, expertise, and a direction for them to do at the end of the post. Does everybody understand that? Is anybody posting right now and they're like, oh, okay, here's the deal. Or, hey, here's an all-inclusive. Contact me more if you want more info. That's not a converting post. Why do we care about this resort? What are you going to do for me when it comes to booking this resort? Why should I book this with you? Do you understand how many open questions can come from a very vague, not converting post? Okay. Now, if you're doing that, don't worry. We're going to fix it. Okay. So the 3 types of high converting content. The first one that kind of draws people in, especially as travel advisors, is emotional and lifestyle content. We can show them the dream. We can show them the vacations. We can show them what they need to do in their life, right? And in that, we need to make sure that they feel it. They need to be able to go, oof, when I see that, I want to go. We need to create what I like to call a FOMO, or a fear of missing out. People do not want to miss out on vacations, or if they see you traveling, it's going to be like, oh, I need to travel too, right? So a good way to do that would be with a good hook with that moment when your toes hit the sand. When you read that, you're imagining your toes hitting the sand, right? You want them to do that every time they read your post. Next one, educational and expertise. Show you know your stuff. Travel tip Tuesdays. What else do we have? Drop them in the trap. Any type of this is the best place to go, or I recommend this, or the best place to visit for 2025. Bucket list travels, anything like that's going to teach them something. People love to learn. We don't go to the news anymore. We're not sitting there watching that, trying to learn. We're online. And one of the best ways that we can always tackle new audiences as travel advisors is to teach them something. Okay. Here's a good example. 3 reasons all-inclusives save families money. So if you were a family and you saw something like that, that would attract you because 3 reasons. Okay, I need to know the reasons. What are we saving on all-inclusives? Oh, we're saving money. Automatic pull, right? Next one, action-driven / conversion. Move them to act. Every single post should have a call to action at the end of it. DM me beach for your custom quote. Send them somewhere. Send them to do something. A lot of the times, too, I'm going to tell you, if you really want it to convert with engagement, keep them in the app. Don't send them to a link in the bio. So taking a look at these 3 types of content types, guys, emotional, educational, and action-driven, which one do you think you need to do more of? Which one do you think you're lacking in? Honestly, for me, it was emotional and lifestyle for a long time. I was really like educational based, but then I realized some people just like to scroll. Like, not everybody has to learn at all times, or they have to be overwhelmed with information. Sometimes I just want to dream about vacation. So make sure that you're including all of these 3 types of high converting content when you are posting. Now, how do we build that content that converts? Now, don't worry, okay? What I'm showing you is also going to be in the guide planner thing that I'm giving you tonight. So you will also have this to take with you, okay? But You have to understand the formula of how to make a post. If you understand this, every single post will be the same. So what does that mean? Consistency. And what does consistency do? It builds visibility. And if it has this formula, it will convert it because it's telling them what to do. After posting it consistently so many times, it's going to broaden the reach. Okay. That's what we're trying to do here. So step one, the hook. You have to grab their attention in the first 2 seconds. You can either use your emotions or even curiosity driven openers are going to be really good in this situation. Here are some examples. Nobody talks about this travel secret. Oh, okay. What is it? Right? Don't book your next trip until you know this. Oh, what do I need to know? Right? Here's how I saved my client $700 at Sandals. So these are what we consider a hook, something that's going to automatically grab their attention and go, oh, let me read this. Okay. Now, the second step is the value part. You have to make sure that you put enough information in there that's going to pull them all the way to the bottom. This spot, a lot of people like to leave out. So you can have the best hook in the world, okay? But if you don't have any value inside of that post, they're going to keep scrolling. So you have to have the value. Whether it's teaching, inspiring, dreaming, or even solving a problem, you have to do it fast, right inside there. So all inclusive doesn't mean limited options. Here's what's really included, blah, 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 right? Cruises are cheaper than you think, and here's why, blah, blah, blah. Now, I will tell you another good thing that kind of converts some content, especially for videos. You guys always want to do like 5 mistakes that somebody does, right? Yeah, I just did this training on Thursday. Even when I did the training, 10 mistakes new agents make. When I'm doing it, I want you guys to count down. Don't count up, count down. And then when you're counting down, I paid for this information. You ready for it? I'm telling you something I paid to learn, okay? Ash Knows Travel did not come for free. I took a lot of courses. When you come in here and you're doing the countdown, about halfway through or even at the beginning of the countdown, especially for videos or like if you're going to post, make like 10 mistakes I would have known, blah, blah, blah. Before you post it, tell them, make sure you read to, or make sure you watch till number blah, blah, blah. It's going to shock you. Or make sure you watch to the end. Number 1 is the biggest mistake, something like that. Okay. I can't think off the top of my head, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like you have to build up to it. This is the best part to bring in the momentum to bring them to the end, which is step 3, the call to action. This is exactly with, okay, I've given you the hook. I've given you the information. Now here's what I need you to do with it. Tell them exactly what to do next. Examples. Comment beach and I'll send you the ideas. Save this post for your 2025 getaway. If you're trying to get some kind of engagement out of them, but you don't want to do a lot of work, a lot of the times you will see people do save for later. That's a good one. Share with your friends is a good one. DM the word cruise for group rates is a good one. But with these call to actions, make sure you keep them inside of where they are. So you can do a DM, comment below for a DM. Don't do a kind of a link in the bio. I feel like it works better if you say, head to my bio for more information. Does that make sense? Like I don't want you to lead them off of there because that kind of hurts your engagement and it hurts the conversion because they're converting somewhere else. So you want to convert on the platform. So DM and then you send them the DM. If they click the DM outside of that, that doesn't hurt you. Okay. Does that make sense to everybody? Just keep them there. So call to action, DM the word cruise for group rates, anything like that, because they're going to hit the DM button, any of the shares, any of those buttons work. Okay. And then lastly, I have here in very small print for some reason, but don't forget hashtags. A lot of people forget the proper hashtags when it comes to posting. It can really affect what type of algorithm you build, and it also can really affect the audience that's going to see your post. So I always suggest at least 5. TikTok will only allow you to do 5. Sometimes Facebook, Instagram, they don't have any rules or restrictions, but you need at least 5 of them. One of them needs to be branded. So if I were to do my YouTube channel, I would do hashtag Ash Knows Travel. One of them needs to have SEO. So for me, travel agent trainings. That's something people search, right? So something that's searchable needs to be number two, and then one general one. So if it's about all inclusives, if it's about sandals, if it's about cruises or Royal Caribbean, right? And then you could throw a couple extra in there. I've seen people do like hashtag for you page, hashtag this, whatever, but they need to have all the different ways that people can reach you. So how do people reach me? One, branded Ash Knows Travel. They also reach me by travel agent trainings. They're also going to reach me by, like, if I were to do this training, high converting content, right? Travel content, something like that. Something that pulls people back to what they're going to be looking for. That's what a hashtag does. So combining these four parts right here, right, including the hashtags, that is how you make a converting post. You have to do it each time and get into the habit of just making it like I would tell ChatGPT, make it exactly like this. Okay. Copy it from the guide that I'm going to give you later. Of course, the first one we got to talk about, the hostess with the most, is ChatGPT. They have everything: captions, prompts, research. If you post something and it does very well, let ChatGPT know and then tell it to make example posts like that. Do you guys use your insights? Are you guys checking to see what works? Because that's going to help too. Next, Canva. You already know about this one. Templates, brand kits, reel covers, all of the above. If you want to start making videos, I would start in Canva. They have a lot of good reel templates, especially for travel. Then include it with CapCut as well. CapCut is going to be fantastic because you can do the templates in there and then use Meta Business Suite or deliver it to, of course, post it. And then bonus tools. Descript is great for editing and it does cost, but they do have Descript. And then InVideo is good for AI videos. Okay, so one long form training equals 5 to 7 pieces of short form content. Ooh, when I tell you, how many of you post one time and then you just, that's it? Oh, I did this for so long. Like one post can technically turn into 5 to 7 pieces. Okay, you can take, let's just say, top 5 reasons to go to Italy, right? Then you do the whole video. That's one post. Then just do top 5 reasons to go to Italy. Then put all the stuff in the description. That's 2 posts. Then turn it into a carousel. That's 3 posts. You see where I'm going with this? Use the same information over and over. That's how you niche down. That's how you build the credibility because you're posting the same thing. It's okay if it's the same thing. It can just be different topics. That's fine. It's still the same thing, right? Now, so with that, how many of you guys are already using ChatGPT and Canva for content? Let me know in the chat box, of course. Everybody should be using these tools. I feel like this is the most, I did a training on top social media tools yesterday, right? And this is what everybody uses. And this is the best way to do it. The problem is that you guys are afraid of it. I feel like a lot of you see Canva and you get overwhelmed. I understand. I was new. It is overwhelming. But once you start playing around with it, it becomes fun. And once it becomes fun, you want to do it more. And then you get better at it. So you have the same capability of everybody else. You just got to play around with it and figure it out, right? Next. What makes content convert? Ooh, yes. We got to clear it up. We got to get rid of that clutter. We got to get rid of the overlays and the different things that are covering the words. It has to be like a background on a post, okay? Visually clean. Next, you have to pull on their emotions first. And then if you want to sell something, offer it second. Do not do the sell first without pulling on the emotions. You can show them the sell, like how I saved this couple over $700 at sandals. That's fine, but how I saved this couple is the emotion, okay? Clear brand voice. If you're going to do the same thing like link in bio or DM me this or keep it consistent, right? Presented to you by, this is, I don't know, Ash Knows Travel, da, da, da. Like whatever it is, it's consistent all the way through, right? Think about it like this. When you guys join my lives, what happens at the beginning of the live? Introduction, right? Okay, then the training, right? And then at the end, there's a call to action and then a Q&A. Kind of the same thing. Yeah. That's why it's so easy for me to teach this, guys, because I'm doing this every day too, just like you guys, just a different setting sometimes, right? Easy to follow, action step, always DM or comment or follow, share something that they can do. Value-driven captions. Make sure that there's enough information in there to not overwhelm them, but they know exactly what they're looking for inside the post. So you're going to do the hook where it's going to go, ooh, what's that? And then you deliver what that is, and then you do a call to action to tell them what to do at the end of it, right? So your post isn't just content. It's going to be what we call a conversation starter every single time when you're using this formula. Example post from pretty to profitable. I love that. Oh my gosh, I wish I could trademark that, from pretty to profitable. I don't know if it's like a compliment or what, but I like it. So what a high converting post actually looks like. So before, here's what a generic post will sound like. Can't wait to travel again. Book your next trip with me. Oh man, hate when you guys do that. I'm just joking. I'm joking. Oh, I'm like, no, tell them why they want to travel again. Like, who's traveling? Book your next trip. Like, what trip are they booking? Like, no, there's no story. There's no hook. There's no reason to book with you. What is that? And then the hashtags? Boring, right? Okay, here's the next one. After. So now it's missing the hashtags, but I think I just ran out of room for the post, so ignore that. But ever dreamt of waking up here? This is what my clients saw on day one at Secrets Cap Cana. 5-star adults only, all inclusive, and yes, I can get you rates like this too. Comment beach if you want details for your 2025 getaway. Oh man. What's the difference? An emotional hook, ever dreamt of waking up here. Social proof, my client. Visual destination, 5-star, adults only, all inclusive. Yes, right? Clear call to action. There's a comment trigger here. Beach, comment beach. Branded voice and personality. You can feel when I was reading that, you could feel the excitement, you could feel the pull, right? So the best thing to, of course, use this multiple times. You can use this one prompt multiple times. You can use it in the format of reels, carousels, and post, and you can pull it all the way through, no matter where you're posting. And that's what the converting content is. Something you can replicate over and over, just changing a few different details. But imagine if I switch this out. Ever dreamt of waking up here? This is what my client saw on day one at Moon Palace in Cancun. Yeah? Okay. 5-star. I don't think it's adults only, but it might be. All inclusive. And yes, that's just changing it. Then what do I do? Swap out the photos. Boom. Done. That's another post, right? Stop making it so hard. It's not that hard, I promise you. And it's a formula that's going to make it easier because you're doing the same thing over and over. Does this sound like something you would want to read? The after, obviously, not the before. Is that something you would want to read? I would want to read that. Okay, let me see what the photos are. Let me watch the video. That's what you want to do with the converting content. So I now have the top 10 converting content travel posts. It's in the guide for you, okay? So you don't have to screenshot unless you want to. But a dream post is automatically going to pull people because they can get their emotions. Before and after, from the desk to the beach, ready for a change, that goal is going to be engagement because they're going to see this and they want to do the after. Travel tips. Did you know booking direct can cost you perks? Oof, good. Education. That's a pool right there. What? I didn't know that, right? 45 days until our Jamaica group. Want in? Urgency. FOMO. We want FOMO. Behind the scenes. This is what planning paradise looks like. Goal. Trust. Thanks to Ash Knows Travel for the best honeymoon ever. Goal. Proof. Poll. Pick your next getaway, beach or mountains. Goal. Engagement, right? We get where we're going with this. Giveaways. Comment, whatever that little airplane is, and I'll DM you a free destination guide. That's a lead generation right there. That's a lead magnet. And then transformation. I started planning for fun and now I book dream trips daily. Oh, authority. Hey, that one's for team building, but you guys get the idea, right? That's exactly what a converting post does. All of these posts would convert. So what do we do with all this information? Don't worry. I got you. All right. What do you think when it comes to the different types of content do you feel to get the most engagement? Comment below. Do you think photos, reels, or stories are going to get you the most engagement, especially with the formula that I just showed you? Now, I'm going to tell you a secret. All three of them. Oh yeah. Photos. I want you to take those photos and I want you to turn it into a carousel. Okay, put some words on it. The reels, we already know what they do. You got to get it at the beginning, kind of get the content in the middle, make it readable, and then a call to action at the end. And then stories automatically convert because you can put links in them. Just put a pretty picture, right? Whew, that was some tea right there. That was some knowledge I just dropped. Yeah. All right. So your content equals your storefront. Keep it open, inviting, and keep it consistent. Now, I know you probably want all this information because that was a lot, right? Let me go ahead and give it to you. So, in order to get it, we have what I call an engagement deal. An engagement deal is that you comment content. Okay, I know it says on the replay, but comment now too if you would like this cool little travel advisor post planner. But basically, it's got 30 post prompts that I've kind of covered, 25 hooks that convert. It also has the contact formula cheat sheet and even some chat GPT prompts to build you the travel content that I spoke about. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. This is basically what it is here. It comes with a lot of cool stuff. Chat GPT prompts. This is converting hooks that stop. So you can use these, put these into Chat GPT, and they will build an entire post for you, okay? So here's some great formulas to build perfect types of hooks. You can ask a question, use emotion, drop a fact, tell a story, build curiosity. Any of these three work great for hooks. Next one, more hooks that convert. I gave you examples how to use them. Look at this. Boom. And then 30 travel post prompts in between that as well, all ready for you. All right. So make sure, oh, I need to unlock it. Make sure you comment content below so I can get that sent out to you. I will copy it now and I will get that sent out to you. But let me ask you a question. What do you think is one travel topic that you could teach or share about this week? All of the ones that I showed you guys here. What do you think is one that would be the easiest for you? I'm going to give you one, but I want to know in the comments. Let me know. What do you think is the easiest one? And make sure you're still commenting content if you didn't get the guide. What is just one? Let me know. I feel like the easiest one that people start with are going to be your dream post or travel tips. If you don't have one, that's where I would start. Dream post or travel tips are the easiest to get converting content because people like to engage when they learn and they like to engage when they dream. Like that, right? So make sure you go ahead and comment content. I'm going to go ahead and post it now. And also, guys, next week we have a pretty cool training. I'm dropping the link already while this is loading. But we have a pretty cool training coming up next week. You guys got to check this out. Now, tomorrow we're going to do the 30 days of content in 60 minutes, right? This guy right here, 30 days of content in 60 minutes. So if you need to plan your content for next month, I'm doing it early because I waited too long last month and then it got overwhelming. So this month we're planning it early. I'm going to plan it with you. We're going to go through it. But then the week after, we got that holiday hustle edition. So make sure you guys join me to learn all about the holidays that are coming up. Okay. And if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the bell. I'm going to head over to my studio now. I'm going to make sure I keep commenting the guide for you. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them there and I will see you in the studio.